योगी युञ्जीत सततम् आत्मानं रहसि स्थितः एकाकीयत चित्तात्मा निराशीर परिग्रहः Beautiful. Let the yogi try constantly to keep the mind steady. Yunjita. The yogi must. Who is a yogi, by the way? Yogi is the one who tries to unite with the higher. Now you are struggling, like we had done that shloka earlier, that while you are struggling or striving to uplift yourself, you still will have to be active in the world, because the mind is still active. But when you have transcended the attachments of the world, then no more such activities are important, then meditation is advised. So here, the yogi is slowly elevating himself by his spiritual sadhana. So here Bhagavan is indicating that what should be the next step for the seeker. The next step, Bhagavan says, that there is a need for the yogi to be constantly striving to keep the mind steady. Atmanam rahasi sthitah. Sthitah, remaining in solitude. Rahasi sthitah. So, withdrawal of mind can make your mind steady if you are capable to remain in solitude. Ekaki, alone. Yata chittatma, having complete control over yourself. Nirashi, left all expectations. Aparigraha, very important. No greed, no hoarding, no possessiveness. Parigraha is possession, being possessive of something. So these are the obstacles. If I want to maintain constant contact with my superior self, then I have to give up these kinds of obstacles. I have to overcome these obstacles. So we can note down what are the expected obstacles when we are trying to meditate. First thing, rahasya sthitah, to remain in solitude. All the time mind craves for company. Let's go. Why let's go? I am going. Are you coming? Fine. No, let's go. So the other one will say, tomorrow. That quickly you give up your decisions, no? So 3 friends met. They were just chatting away and enjoying some cup of tea and some snacks, etc. So a wonderful idea came in the thought of one of the 3 friends. So she said, I was just thinking that I would like to give something in charity. So very good idea, very good idea. See, initially everybody will say, very good idea. And then because of tea and snacks and all, so then someone will start talking about something else. So this idea got diluted. Ekaki. In all good pursuits, you have to maintain solitude and withdraw yourself. Because the impact of the world is so great that all good ideas get destroyed. As we tell a bright student to focus on studies, no? So some friends came. So you will say, listen, you are all good friends, no? So let him study today, tomorrow, tomorrow you all come. Are you able to tell the same thing to your friends when you are trying to focus on the higher? Now nobody is there to tell you, right? But you have to tell to yourself that let me refrain from such interactions for a while, because for me it is important to get integrated first. So for any fantastic idea, for any good idea, for any creative idea, you have to remain in solitude. For all higher studies also, they don't want to get disturbed even by the parents. They will say, please don't come these holidays, I am quite busy with my studies. So if you people come, then I will think of some, some mall or some restaurant and all. I don't want to get disturbed. The child knows that this is a problem. So the parents will also say, no, this time we are not going, because he is now serious about his studies. When are we going to become serious about our studies? So what happened to that good thought of charity? Got diluted immediately, because the other one said, not that important. Oh, every time, whenever we are enjoying only, you have to think about the charity and all. Forget it. Now when my friend said forget it, I really forgot. That is the impact. The next day, it's no more there. So most of the people, when they read the scriptures also, they are quite, afraid of exposing themselves to others. What will the friends say? So the house is all spick and span because my friends are coming, and there lies one Bhagavad Geeta over there in a corner. So the husband came in and said, what is this? You have not removed your Bhagavad Geeta from here? He said, what's the harm? No, you don't know my friends are coming, our friends are coming. What will they say? What will they say? I wish I could spread some 5 Bhagavad Geetas here and there, so in spite of their funny ideas of partying, some good thought might come. But instead, that one single Bhagavad Gita in the house is also removed when the friends have come. So therefore, the gurus say, keep it to yourself. Not for any other reason. Because I am not yet steady in it, and I'll get carried away by the thought that no, it's not important. So let me keep it to myself. Let me get steady and sure that this is the education for me. The right thing to do. And when I'm quite steady, then I can take it on. Yata chittatma. So how much of self-control is required over there? So we think of petty self-controls like, not to wear this or not to go there, not to chat, not to go for some social function. It's not important. It is a constant practice. Moment by moment. We are going to improve that way only. It's not occasion to occasion. It is moment by moment that we can improve. What is the way? To connect myself definitely with the Supreme and preferably constantly. So the Bhagavad Gita won't demand from the seeker to drop the duties Because very nicely it's been explained about the duties in the Karma Yoga Sadhana. So definitely it is not that I drop my duties and keep thinking of God all the time and that is called as constantly being with the Supreme. No. It is the state of mind. It is the attitude of mind and it is the understanding of the intellect. So there is nothing to do with our activities that are being demanded due to our duty. In fact, our dutiful actions will be enhanced with this kind of mindset. Because if I am not disturbed mentally, then definitely my activity will be more efficient. There will be efficiency in my action with quiet mind, so it will be useful. So, therefore now, step by step, Bhagavan is going to explain the method of meditation. Already, yes, in the 6th chapter, Bhagavan is explaining how to meditate from scratch. Not talking of devotion, bhakti. Bhakti yoga is going to come later. Dhyana yoga is coming now. So we can understand that what is the stature of bhakti? Is it lesser than meditation or greater than meditation? It is higher. The higher stage in the seeker's practices comes bhakti. If I am unable to connect and focus on the Supreme, how can I be devoted to the Supreme? So I have to learn first how to connect with the Supreme. Then only I can get devoted. My imaginary husband cannot be served by me, no. First I have to get married to have a husband. Then only I can serve a husband. Right? So you all imagined or you got married? You all got married to have a family. So first is that connection, then comes service, then comes love and devotion and respect and all. Before that, how can we become devotees? So we have to establish that. Now, but how can we meditate on the Supreme if we have no love and no connection? Yes. Therefore, we start with a kind of bhakti, but we land up in the steadiness of devotion, bhakti. Through the course of meditation, our bhakti becomes steady. So, I think that every devotee would love to make that devotion very steady, and for which meditation becomes necessary. So, there was no lack of devotion in the mind of Arjuna for Sri Krishna at this point. But there was little lack of steadiness. So he got little confused. So therefore, he needs to meditate. So there are many ways to meditate. In various scriptures, through various philosophies, we get various instructions for meditation. But we are going to learn the method of meditation on the path of Vedanta philosophy. What does Vedanta philosophy speak about meditation? Which is not very popular. Why? Because of the previous chapters, right? Bhagavan is not telling us only to meditate. Bhagavan has already instructed us for karma yoga sadhana first. So if I am not ready to do selfless activities, then Vedanta way of meditation might not be very applicable, because I cannot jump over the steps. So I have to remember that before I sit for meditation in this way, some kind of development in my character is already expected to graduate myself to this kind of meditation. So am I sufficiently selfless in my activities or not? Am I at least trying to become selfless, or am I equally self-centered as I was earlier? Then this kind of meditation might not work much for me, because then how can my mind be so focused on the Supreme when it has so much of lust and greed and desires, etc. So to some extent I have to drop them before sitting for meditation. So let me not think that by sitting for meditation all this is going to happen. No. It has to go simultaneously. My effort should be sufficient in this direction of having self-control, trying to withdraw, trying to drop my lust, greed and desires, etc., along with this kind of meditation practice. If it goes hand in hand, then it's definitely going to work for me. So let us see how Bhagavan is instructing us to do so.